Welcome into NBA Now by Chat Sports. I'm Jeffrey Cooperstein. Great to be with you guys this week. On today's show, 5 blockbuster moves that could happen in the 2025 NBA offseason. These could be free agent signings. These could be trades. They could be sign-in trades. I just want to take a look at 5 big moves I think could happen this offseason. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. With number 1, I'm going to go with Jonathan Kuminga going to the Brooklyn Nets. Kuminga has been a member of the Warriors since he was drafted in the lottery a few years ago, and his role has significantly diminished in Golden State. Steve Kerr said the other day that he's just going to play guys who give them the best chance to win in the postseason. And he clearly doesn't feel that Kuminga is going to do that. Kuminga had a significant injury this season, and since his return in 15 games played, he's averaging 12 points, 4 boards, 2 assists, just 44% from the field, and only 6 of 35 from three-point land. What complicates this is, number 1, he is a restricted free agent, and number 2, Joe Lacob, the owner of the Golden State Warriors, basically dismissed any rumor that Kuminga would be going anywhere before the trade deadline. They obviously hung on to him. Now he's heading into restricted free agency, and I really do think that Brooklyn is the only team that makes sense here if he's not going to go back to Golden State. The Nets have a lot of salary cap, and the Nets are going to have to spend it on somebody to get to the floor. Why not pay Kuminga $30 million a season if you're the Nets? He can score 25 a night for a team like the Nets, who are a rebuilding team that aren't contending. Maybe the Warriors find a way to go get Cam Johnson, which they tried to at the 2025 NBA trade deadline. And I think this could be a move for both teams that would benefit both Jonathan Kuminga, the Warriors, and the Brooklyn Nets. Number 2, how about Myles Turner to the Los Angeles Lakers? We all know the Lakers are desperately lacking a big man right now, as we see them in the playoffs try to go with the likes of Jackson Hayes. They're playing a bunch of small ball with Jared Vanderbilt, Dorian Finney-Smith at the 5. If they were to get a bona fide big man like Myles Turner, I think that would turn this team into a true contender. The Lakers are already contenders. Myles Turner could potentially put them over the top. Turner this season, an okay season scoring, 15.6, still getting 6.5 rebounds and 2 blocks tonight, is one of the premier shot blockers in the NBA. 39.6% from three-point land is really why Myles Turner kind of intrigues me for this Los Angeles Lakers team. He's going to be a free agent this summer, and can the Lakers find a way to get themselves a big man to pair alongside Luka Doncic and LeBron James to really take their roster and team to the next level? This is the obvious one. Kevin Durant to the Houston Rockets. I think Durant can really take the Rockets over the top. Now, the Rockets are having a great season already. They're in a dogfight right now in the playoffs, and we'll see what happens in that series. But if the Rockets don't get over the hump in the Western Conference and represent the West in the NBA Finals, I could easily see the Rockets pulling off a move for Kevin Durant. And we know Durant is going to be out of Phoenix this offseason. By all accounts, they tried to trade him at the deadline, and while he didn't want to go, they wanted to move him. And now it seems like that both are certainly heading to a divorce. So does KD take Houston to the moon? That is a question they have to ask themselves. Is it worth blowing up your young core of the guys of like Jabari Smith, Alperen Şengün, whoever else am I forgetting, Jalen Green? Is it worth blowing that up in order to go get a 37-year-old Kevin Durant, who is still playing at an extremely high level right now at 37 years old, still one of the best scorers in the league? For my money, one of the best scorers of all time is KD. And when you look at that Suns roster, what are they really missing? I think, or that Nets roster, Rockets roster. We'll try that a third time. I really think they're missing a premier scorer. While Amen Thompson is a really great young point guard and he is their best scorer, if they could add someone like Kevin Durant, it would really elevate them into a team that's trying to get there to a team that absolutely could get there. We will get to the rest of the list here in just a moment, but I do need to tell you guys about our sponsor, which is PrizePicks. PrizePicks is the best place to turn your sports knowledge into cash. With millions of members, PrizePicks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 2,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long. on PrizePicks. You can also turn your playoff hot takes into tickets to basketball's championship series. Every lineup you make on PrizePicks will enter you in the Takes Two ticket sweepstakes, which could get you a +1 VIP trip to the ship. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive that bonus. It is guaranteed. And here's what an example of a PrizePicks projection looks like for tonight's basketball games. I'm going to take the more on Jonathan Isaac, points, rebounds, and assists. And I'm also going to take the more on Kristaps Porzingis, points, rebounds, and assists. So you can copy my picks or you can make picks of your own. Just please make sure you do it with our friends over at PrizePicks. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get a $50 bonus when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even need to win to receive that bonus. It is guaranteed. Again, download the app and use code CLNS to get a $50 bonus when you play your first $5 lineup. It is PrizePicks. Run your game. That link will be clickable in the comments and the description of today's show. Shout out to PrizePicks for sponsoring this episode of NBA Now. I know what you're thinking. Ben Simmons, absolutely washed. This is not a blockbuster move. Ben Simmons is still a good name, and I can tell you this right now. Ben Simmons absolutely fits the profile that I think Nico Harrison would like. Ben Simmons is versatile. Ben Simmons is a defense-first guy, and that is exactly what Nico Harrison is looking for, as he told you after the Luka Doncic trade. Defense wins championships. Ben Simmons can absolutely provide you defense. He can guard 1 through 5, and I truly mean he can guard 1 through 5. And off the bench as a backup point guard / forward, I really think he could help the Dallas Mavericks out. The Mavericks are in absolute turmoil right now when it comes to their franchise as a whole. Is Ben Simmons going to fix anything for this team? Maybe, maybe not, but I do think he would be a decent fit for the Mavericks going forward. This is the hot question in NBA topics right now, and I want to hear from you guys. Should Nico Harrison be fired? If you think he should be fired, type F. If you think the Mavericks should keep him, type K for keep. I'm curious to hear what you hoop heads have to say down in the comment section, so go on down there and let me know what you guys think about Nico Harrison. Fifth and final one, how about Julius Randle back to the New Orleans Pelicans? I could easily see this being a fit for a couple of reasons. Number one, the Pelicans are rebuilding as they fired GM David Griffin and hired Joe Dumars, formerly of the Detroit Pistons. And with Zion Williamson's status up in the air, just in general, whether or not the Pelicans are going to keep him, whether or not Zion is going to play on a night-to-night basis, I do think Julius Randle could be a very interesting insurance option for the Pelicans if they chose to go that route. You just can't trust Zion to play basketball at this point. And Julius Randle is a very, very good player. 2-time All-NBA player. Led the Knicks on a couple of playoff runs as well. Is currently with Minnesota in the playoffs. He does struggle in the postseason, but if you're looking for a guy that's going to give you 20 to 25 points, give you 8 to 10 boards, he's a very, very good offensive player. I think Julius Randle could be a good fit back in New Orleans. So that would be an interesting one for me, would be Julius Randle back to NOLA. Let me know what you guys think, though. Name a blockbuster you think could happen in the 2025 NBA offseason. Is it something that I didn't mention at all? If so, put it down there in the comment section. And as always, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. It's youtube.com/chatsportstv. If you want weekly NBA videos, we are the place for you. So hit that sub button, lock us in, and we'll see you soon.